So on August 13th of 2025, I was in an incident on a farm to market road on my way to work. I ended up in the bottom of a creek about 25 to 30 feet below the road, upside down. The cab of the truck was crushed to about mid-chest region, and it fractured or broke my sternum, both of my shoulder blades, known as a bilateral scapular break. I have 5 of my vertebrae, T3, 4, 5, 7, and 8, are compression fractured. My T3 and T4 to T5 are compressed between 50 and 80%, based on my most recent x-rays with TMC Denison's chiropractic or neurologist. That's to Tuesday is when I saw him. They have me continuing anytime I get out of bed, putting it's a neck and back brace. I have to wear that. I sustained some damage to my shoulder. Luckily, it's not bone, it's soft tissue, but it's preventing me from being able to use my left shoulder. So I'm wearing a dual shoulder rotator cuff support. I also wear a shoulder sling for my left arm because it does cause some problems. It feels like something is trying to force my shoulder out of socket when I get up with no support. I did create the GoFundMe because right now I cannot work. The doctors will not clear me to go back to work, and the reason is that the T3, 4, and 5 area is a dangerous place for a fracture or compression on the vertebrae if those vertebrae shift, which all it takes is a good hard shock. Riding in a vehicle, if I slip, fall, and hit the ground too hard, it'll shock those vertebrae. And if they move in any direction, I'll be on a ventilator the rest of my life. When they told me this on Tuesday, I immediately contacted 3 of my friends who know me, who I am, what I am, and asked them if they would respect a legal document that I have officially filed. It's known as a DNR. If I end up in a position where I'm on a ventilator, these 3 men, I've asked them to not allow me to be left in that state. I want to be sedated and the plug pulled, because that's no way to live at all. I mean, if there was some hope that the damage could be repaired, that's a different story. But when you're talking about your thoracic region of your vertebrae, which is your rib cage, that goes from your sternum and wraps around your ribs, connect your sternum and your spine, and that's your thoracic region. that's a dangerous place. Um, so there's a procedure that the neurologist was talking about doing, where they go in between the vertebrae and inject some kind of like a rubber type material between the vertebrae and push them apart so that they are gapped where they're supposed to be, and taking pressure off of that area. Um, but even that's dangerous. If they are if they go too deep and damage the spinal cord, uh, if they inject too fast or too slow and the vertebrae shift the wrong direction while that material is setting up, uh, those vertebrae could shift, putting pressure on that spine. Um, it could all result in me being in a physically incapacitated state, unable to move, talk, or breathe on my own. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I did create a GoFundMe to try to help through this because of the medical position that I'm in. I can't be cleared to go back to work because of the potential for me to be paralyzed. If y'all can help, every little bit helps. The funds will be put towards my medical insurance, which doesn't really cover a large portion at all of any of the medical bills. My neurologist is $400 off his visit, and I found out that United is only covering $100 of that. I've got rent that has to be paid, utilities that have to be paid, among other things. And I don't know how I'm going to do it. I honestly don't. Not without help. And it's taken me a little while wrestling with this to do this, to ask for help. So if you can help, I would appreciate it. If you can't, just share this. Share this and the link for my GoFundMe. It's not easy to do what I'm doing. I've never had to really ask for help before. Not like this. Not like this. So, ahead of time, I will say thank you for those who are able to help. Thank you.